Welcome to Startup Chica Volunteer Orientation. In the orientation, I will cover conference goals, logistics, schedule, expectations, roles, and contact information. Startup Chica will be on Saturday, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at UT Rowling Hall. The goals of the conference are for girls to explore themes of entrepreneurship and innovation, learn how to develop a product to fit a problem and showcase their ideas, and have them engage with professionals to inspire career exploration in entrepreneurship, business, design, and technology. If you enter in the main entrance here of Rowling Hall, you will find our volunteer check-in table. There are a couple of parking options in case you're driving to the conference. Dobie 21 parking, AT&T Conference Center, and Rowling Hall's garage underneath their building are the closest parking garages next to Rowling Hall. There is also metered parking. Please know that all of these options do require a fee. Rates do depend on the garage and option that you choose. When you arrive, be sure to check in at the volunteer table. At check-in, you will receive a name tag and badge, as well as your t-shirt. Be sure to sign in on the sign-in sheet by writing your name, volunteer role, and time in. And before you leave, be sure to go back to the volunteer table and write your time out, just so we know who is left and what tasks need to be filled by what volunteers. From there, you'll find out where you need to go from the person at the volunteer table. And please be sure to return your name badges before you leave. For the conference, we will be using the auditorium, which will be on the first floor, for the welcome and showcase. For the activities going on throughout the day, that will be in the special events room on the 5th floor. There will be a volunteer room where you can leave your belongings, find volunteer materials provided, and also have snacks and water for you on the first floor in room 1.350. Lunch will be held back in the special events room on the 5th floor. The materials you will receive are the activity script, which will go over each lessons and activities going on throughout the day. You'll also receive the volunteer schedule, and when you arrive, you will be told where to go based off of the role that you signed up for. I recommend taking a look at these two materials prior to the conference to get an idea of all the tasks that fall under your role. Now we'll go over the run of show of what to expect for the conference. From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., we will open the event space, set up the registration area, make sure the activity room and auditorium is set to go, check in volunteers, and review procedures with the volunteers. From 8:30 to 9:20 will be when the attendees start checking in. From 9:20 to 9:55, we'll welcome the conference, have our keynote speaker present, and cover agenda and next steps. If you are a mentor, be sure to be in the auditorium near the stage by 9:20 for when we go over agenda and next steps. We will have the mentors go up on stage and wait for their group. At 10 a.m. to 10:45 is when we start our very first activity, which will be startup brainstorming, where the group will identify a community issue and possible solutions. Activity 2 from 10:45 to 11:45 will be startup planning, where they will learn what customers they are serving, the alternatives to their solution, SWOT analysis, and market size. From 11:45 to 12:45 will be the career presenter luncheon with a Q&A roundtable with the professionals signed up as career presenters. After lunch concludes, we will have a group picture of everyone. From 12:45 to 1:20 will be activity 3, which they will learn startup production of cost and sell. Activity 4 from 1:40 to 2:30 will be startup marketing. And at 2:30 to 3:10, the last activity, activity 5, they will learn about startup pitching. At 3:15 to 3:45 will be the showcase where each group presents their startup to a group of judges. And then closing off from 3:45 to 4 p.m., we will have participant surveys, raffle prizes, and announce the Startup Chica winners. And at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., we'll clean up the event space. We will have 2 free parent workshops provided to all parents that want to stay during the conference. The first workshop, which will be at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., will be eBay and entrepreneurship, where they will feature a walkthrough on using eBay services and learning how to sell things online. The second workshop from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. will be first generation college experience, which will feature a panel of previously first-gen college students talking about their experiences and telling parents what they wish they knew when they were going to college. Again, these parent workshops are free to the parents, so if you are at registration or an event runner greeting families, be sure to promote these 2 workshops to them and direct them to room 3.402 on the 3rd floor. Now we'll go over each volunteer role. The first one are mentors. For the morning time commitment, if you signed up for that role, it will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Please arrive by 8 a.m. The afternoon time commitment will be from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Again, please arrive by 12 p.m. As a mentor, you want to create a positive, encouraging environment to all the participants that are in your group. You will be with a group of 5 participants along 1 to 2 more mentors. You will help your group with brainstorming ideas and processes during each activity. Make sure they complete a slide for each activity, and make sure that everyone is participating, that they are finishing up lessons and activities. You will also help with them using Canva, which will be provided to them, equipment, creating slides, and searching information to help with creating their startup. As I mentioned, they are going to be creating slides that they will present to the group of judges at the final showcase. So the overview of what their presentation should look like will be at least 6 slides, with the first slide being their business name, logo, and slogan. Their second slide being the problem slide. The third one being their solution and product slide. Their fourth one being serving who, so their customers. Their fifth slide being marketing, place, and promotion. And their sixth slide being finances, cost, price, and product. Each slide will be covered in each activity, which is why at the end of the activity, you want to make sure that the group has completed at least 1 slide for that activity. All teams will have access to our Canva account in order to create their presentation, and you will place their presentation in the Startup Chica Fall 2019 folder. The supplies that will be provided to them will be sticky notes, scratch paper, pencils, a laptop and iPad for research and project handouts. Career presenters, your time commitment will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please arrive by 11 a.m. As a career presenter, just know that no materials or presentation is needed. It'll be just a fun, interactive, and casual experience eating lunch with a group of girls and sharing your story. You'll introduce yourself and have the girls do the same. You'll want to share what you do and why you enjoy it, and just let the discussion flow from there. There will be Q&A prompts on the table for the girls to ask you in case they are having trouble coming up with questions. You'll be in a group of 2 to 3 career presenters with about 5 girls at each table. There will be about 3 to 4 rotations, each one lasting 15 to 20 minutes. Please know that when we do announce that it's time to rotate, you will move to the next table following the number after the one on your table. For example, if you're at table 1, you will move to table 2 move to table 3, and so forth. Setup crew, your time commitment will be on Friday, September 27th from 5 to 7 p.m. If you're helping with setup, you will put up any signage and our step and repeat, which will be a backdrop for people to take pictures in front of. You'll set up the volunteer and participant check-in area, making sure that all the materials and supplies needed for those areas are there and organized. You will write any activity goals and other important information on the whiteboards in the activity room. You will set up the equipment, making sure that they are fully charged and connected to the Wi-Fi. And you'll also set up the activity and parent room with the supplies needed. If you're helping with registration, the time commitment will be 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. We will have a couple volunteers helping check in the participants. Your first step will be to check off that the participant is present using the printed sheet. If a participant is not on the printed sheet or is registering day of, please use our iPad and find them on the Eventbrite app. If they are new and have not paid, you will use our Square app to charge them. Please know that Rowling Hall does not accept any cash transactions, so someone wanting to purchase an admission the day of will have to pay with either a debit or credit card. There will be instructions for using the Eventbrite and Square app printed next to the volunteers helping with checking in. After you've checked off that the participant is present, you will then have the parent or guardian sign an image release waiver. This form gives Latanitas permission to take photos and videos of participants and use them for our website, social media channels, and marketing materials. In case they are concerned, you might want to let them know that no names will be released in case that is a problem for them. If they still disagree at that point, let them know we will add a sticker to the participant's badge so that the photographer is aware that that participant should not be in any photos or videos. Next, we will have a couple of volunteers hand out any swag provided and their name badge. The name badges will be laid out on the table alphabetically for you to help the participant find their name. We will then have some volunteers helping with promoting the free parent workshops to parents. And we will also have a couple of volunteers helping with the volunteer check-in table, making sure that all volunteers are set to go with their name badge, t-shirt, and knowing what task they are at. Event runners. For the morning time commitment, if you're an event runner, will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Morning event runners will help with the following: setting up and assisting with the breakfast area, making sure supplies and equipment are ready in the activity room, greeting and directing parents and participants to the check-in area, to the auditorium once they're done checking in, and to the step and repeat to take some pictures. You will also help in morning activity sessions. You will want to accompany girls to the bathroom. This does not mean that you actually go with them to the bathroom, but instead directing them and letting them know where the bathrooms are located. If you notice that someone needing to use the restroom is younger, maybe just making sure by keeping a close eye, knowing that they're going out and coming back in the activity room. This will just help the mentors be able to stay with their group. You will then pick up trash and wipe down any surfaces as necessary, replenish supplies, and help keep track of time and make announcements to groups that an activity is about to be over. We will also have volunteers who are bilingual help in the morning parent workshop. You will help with checking in the parents, passing out materials and a survey, keeping track of time, and translating if needed. Afternoon event runners' time commitment will be 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Similar to the morning, you will again help in the afternoon activity sessions, help in the afternoon parent workshop, and then also we'll have volunteers help with writing names on the certificates that the participants receive at the end of the conference, passing out the surveys and certificates at the end of the conference, and helping with any direction needed if there are group pictures of the mentors and the group at the end of their presentation. If you signed up to be a lunch assistant, the time commitment will be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. As a lunch assistant, you will help make sure tables are numbered by placing the table cards, placing the Q&A prompts on the tables, and assisting with checking in career presenters and placing about 2 to 3 of them per table. You would direct the career presenters and participants to the food and or drinks if necessary, and you will help with rotations, which means you'll help keep track of time and announce when it's time to rotate. You will also help make sure that everyone is in the spot they need to for their group photo at the end of lunch. And for cleanup crew, that time commitment will be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. As cleanup crew, you will help pick up all supplies used throughout the conference, reorganize the event room and move any furniture back to its original space, throw away all trash and wipe down surfaces, collect all event materials, and help with loading all of those materials and equipment to a staff member's vehicle. Thank you for listening into the orientation. If you have questions or your availability changes, please contact myself, Alyssa, the volunteer coordinator, at 512-749-5638 or alyssa@latanitasmagazine.org. On the day of the conference, if you need to reach me, please text me. That will be the best way to contact me on the day of the conference. Thank you.